So she's pregnant and you're stressed out because you feel like you don't know how you gonna take care of the child. You may be running the streets. You may be a person that's kind of like don't have a lot going for themselves. You just got caught up and she's pregnant and you don't know what you're gonna do. But you gotta realize at that point, if you are blessed to bring a child into this world, you are supposed to be abundant. In the Bible, it says it real simply. It says, "Be fruitful and multiply." It didn't say you're going to lose. It didn't use the term subtract or anything about less. It said, "Be fruitful and multiply." What does that mean? That means that your wealth should increase when you bring a child into this world. Your net value or your net worth should increase. The woman that you impregnate is now, not to be like she's property or anything, but I'm saying according to business now, is now a part of your investment. It's your job to get her totally out of the matrix by not talking about it, but by having a way to provide for her so that she doesn't have to be in the matrix. Being able to fund her. She is now carrying your child, so now she is an investment for you. And when that child is brought into the world, that child becomes an asset. Any child is an asset. This is the main thing I want to point out in this video. Any child is an asset. There is no such thing as a child that's a liability until they, of course, maybe turn a certain age when they get like 18. And if they aren't progressive and productive at that point, you have to write them off as a liability at 18 if they aren't progressing and creating profit. But every child is an asset. And even if they're not creating profit at 18, you got to ask yourself why. Was it, did you raise this child right? The Bible also says this: raise a child in the way that he or she must go, and she will not part, or he will not part therefrom. Meaning that if you tell a child which direction to go in, that child's gonna always keep multiplying or keep increasing whatever you taught it. The child is programmable. That's the beautiful thing about bringing a child into this. A child wants to learn. There's no such thing as a bad child. You just didn't look into the natal chart correctly and didn't program this child. Now there are children with tendencies, but that's where astrology comes in. So you're investing into the wrong things. You don't know what to send your children to school for because you've never got a natal chart for them. You don't care about getting a natal chart for them because you never got a natal chart for yourself. Even just a free one online, I'm saying. You never got one for yourself because you feel like, essentially you know everything. They taught you everything in the matrix. This is what's wrong with us. So now everybody's a liability because why? Because we're working jobs instead of building businesses. See, if you had a business for your child to marry into or to come into and merge into, you wouldn't have to worry about this child being a liability. See, they never broke it down on this level. The master teachers that taught finance, they taught you about property and how property could be assets or liabilities. But what about children? What about your mate? If you blessed to be in a relationship, she should have enough money or be taught to be able to be independent based upon the fact that it's two of you in a household. One could be making the products, the other could be selling them. Instead of one working 8 hours at this job and another one working 8 hours at that job, and then you paying 8 hour salary to a babysitter. You see, this is a liability. That money could have been invested into your relationship. So if she's pregnant, be happy. You're about to be rich. If you manage it right, that's your blessing. You guys have a great day. Get off into my ventures and hope to get back up with you. I'm in Ohio moving into another state, so that's what I'm doing today. So you guys be vigilant. Namaste.